Hey guys, your boy M.K.S here, back to another video. Now yesterday I did some videos about what I think P.O.C, people of colour, shouldn't do in my opinion. Obviously it's my own personal opinion, so I don't want to say it's a fact or talk about saying that people, I wouldn't want to force these sorts of things. But anyway, I thought I'd do the alternative to that, which is like what I think we should stand for. And hopefully I won't be too repetitive, but these are the sort of things I think we should work towards. And I suppose some people might say you should focus your energy on what you think you should do, or what you want to work on, rather than what you don't want to happen or what you don't want to work on, if you know what I mean. But anyway, I'd love to know as ever what your thoughts are, or opinions generally, any ideas you have, or what your opinions are, again, generally, and whether you agree or disagree, or what points, if any, you disagree with or agree with, or whatever. But anyway, as ever, I'd love to use YouTube to express myself. As I said before, like, I'm normally quite a quiet person, so YouTube is a great way to express myself. Anyway, I'm going to crack on with this list. So number one, I think we should be united and support each other's projects and each other generally as people of colour around the world who have something in common, which is that we have sometimes, at least some of us, or some of us have suffered much racism, but some of us have suffered a bit of racism. So and white supremacists and far right, as I said before, like hate us all. So I think that's the reason why we should unite together. But obviously, like, I can understand challenges to that. Like, if you've got Islamic extremists and people from different religions, like Hindus or Sikhs or even Christians of colour, if you like, then obviously it's going to be difficult, if not impossible, to get them to work together. But I think wherever possible, whenever possible, we should try to work together and support each other. Number two, on that note, I think it'd be good if, like, people could do things like teach for Africa or teach for Asia, where the black diaspora goes to Africa, possibly Asia, and the Asian diaspora goes to Asia, and possibly in some cases Africa as well, like to cement and improve relationships between us, relations, and even mixed race people like myself, and like people who have done well in their life, like in business or other areas, could teach other people how to start their own business and grow their own business and things like that. So it'd be great. I think we could support each other. And number three, liberty and libertarianism is another thing I think we should stand for. But I think it'd be great if we could lobby for, like, tax choices, so we could give half of our money, half of our taxes towards our ancestral homelands, and maybe half to our host nations, like towards things like healthcare and education, which we benefit from. But I don't think we should pay towards. And people talk about freedom of speech, so I'm using my own. So I don't believe personally that we should pay. Again, these are all my personal opinions, but I don't believe that we should. I hope to encourage as many people as possible, obviously, to agree with me, because obviously that's the point. Well, that's obviously more people I can get to agree with me, the better. But obviously they have to want to agree, I think, rather than it being forced. But again, I think we should be libertarians and, like, look at how we can give money back to our ancestral homelands, but not being, like, forced. But that could be like reparations, could be from ourselves through choice, like helping our own people, so to speak, and that sort of thing. But if we were going to give money to our host nation, I think it should be towards things like healthcare, education, and things like that, not towards the weapons trade or wars or militaries, which take away people's freedom, or things that are imperialistic and things like that. But yeah, I'd love us to be libertarians somehow. Again, easier said than done. But number four, I'd love us to support what I call the four. I'd also love us to be like pacifists, conscientious objectors, work with the legal system, like work with the law, the police, judges, solicitors, lawyers, and so forth, like barristers and whatever, and like learn about law, and organisations like BAME here in the UK, and the NAACP, as I've talked before about, working together to ensure that, like, we improve relations between black people and other people of colour and the police, Arabs, and people from moderate Muslim backgrounds and all that. So they're not all lumped as terrorists or whatever. So that we can work as people of colour, all possible people of colour, work more together with the police, and possibly more join the police and the legal system, so we can ensure that everyone gets a fair trial, whatever their background. And I also believe we should support what I call the four, like Africa, indigenous people from Africa, Australasia, like Aborigines and Maoris, in STEM and things like that, and also the Native Americans, and I always put Native American in the speech marks, I don't know why, it's one of my bad habits, apologies for that one. But also, like, indigenous people from Asia as well, so what I call the four, and support countries of colour, if you like, or nations of colour, whichever you prefer. Yeah, so I dream that we'd be pacifists, conscientious objectors. These are sort of things I dream about, and I'd love to encourage as many people as possible to support them. So I've not long woke up. So I actually got myself locked in the bathroom as well. So on side note for a while, but I managed to get out. So I'm kind of relieved about it. Anyway, sorry. Number 5, I think we should uplift and encourage each other and not put each other down. Like share goals, support each other's businesses and projects. I know it's a bit controversial, but again, it's like my opinion. But I think at the same time, I think if someone's decent, whatever background they are, like if I think someone's ethical or a good person somehow, I like to buy from their business. But sometimes I sort of support when I do actually have money, and I do actually, or certainly in the past, I used to support like minority-owned businesses because I think the prejudice, it makes up some way towards the prejudices they go for, they experience. Number 6, I think we should always work to the best of our ability to support each other and to make the world a better place. Obviously, again, easier to said than done to encourage people to do so. But I think we should always do the best we can and support each other and things like that, and possibly get involved in sport and like keep ourselves active and that sort of thing as well. Maybe do like training, like martial arts, so that if people do start on us, we can protect ourselves maybe with each other and like train and that sort of thing. Number 7, I'm more a fan of smart work than hard work. Like I suppose I believe in Christianity, but I'll see if we can get more people of colour to go into Christianity. I'm not. Then that might be cool. But again, I don't want to put my beliefs or my opinions onto other people. And probably I'm what you might call a lukewarm Christian. Like I don't believe in or follow all this stuff. Like I'm not a big fan of weddings, marriages, monogamy, formal relationships, laws on relationships, or things like that. But in terms of charitable stuff, I sort of agree with that. And I do believe in God, whether I like to or not. Anyway, moving on. Number 8. Again, I think we should unite together against white supremacy and against support people like from Africa and Asia and those places I've talked about, and just generally support each other as minorities as well. Like invest in each other, support each other's businesses. Great, like maybe there could be banks that support Native American businesses, for instance, and things like that, and people of colour generally in business, and like support of grants and things like that. Number 9. I think it'd be good if we could write and express ourselves and share ideas together and have an open exchange of ideas and teach each other things that we know, like how to plan and things like that. So Asian business people could teach people from Asia around the world, or people from the diaspora, and people in Asia itself, like how to make business plans, including young girls, and empower them. And maybe have more rights for women and girls and all that in Africa and Asia, and again support like STEM, especially for girls in places like that. Like women in STEM in Africa, and like train up girls as well and things like that, and a lot of charitable works, philanthropy and that sort of thing. And number 10, I think again we should support the youth. I'm not a big fan of I said before, like sayings like respect your elders. Like I'm more about supporting the young, but I don't believe in like too much age discrimination. But I'm not a big fan of like when they say you have to just respect your elders, or I think we should respect everyone as much as we can, like say please, appreciate, thank you, treat other people as we wish to be treated, and that sort of thing. But I think we should empower the youth for the future, like look at ways we can help young people of colour to get jobs. And I disagree with some of the things that Black Lives Matter going against the police per se. Like I know that we should go against police corruption and things like that, but I think we should try and work with the police if we can, like especially the ones like train the police and work more people of colour in the police, so we get, let's say, equal treatment for everyone. And I also believe we should encourage more people of colour to start their own businesses, their own ventures, like, and also to get into writing and things like that. So I think instead of like going on marches and all that, maybe it'd be good to help people of colour get more training and things like that. So as ever, I'd love to hear what you think. Peace out.